Chika Uesugi never needed friends. People were a distraction and a waste of time she could use for more important things. From a young age, she had always strived for her goals, whatever they might have been. Getting into UA was one of them, and working hard to be a pro hero was another. She would sit every day in class, paying attention to every word diligently, taking note of all the information she needed to take in from her lessons. She would put her all into physical hero training, working to improve her quirk and to develop other attack styles. She could not understand why most of her classmates weren't doing the same. The people around her seemed to value other things apart from their studies, such as chatting all day, messing around during break, and trading stories that had nothing to do with why they were actually here.
Stop talking. It's getting annoying,
she had said one day when she overheard Akahana and Mie giggling loudly near the back of the classroom. Akahana had scowled at her.
Stop bossing people around! It's getting annoying too!
Chika knew that none of her classmates liked her. It didn't bother her as much as it should have. She wasn't interested in making friends anyway. But it was annoying when whatever she told them seemed to fall on deaf ears. Didn't they understand that what they were doing was counterproductive and distracting? They had gotten into such a prestigious hero school. Shouldn't they be focusing on working hard instead of messing around? It was no good. No matter what she thought or told them, it didn't seem to get through. So, Chika gave up after a time, only talking to them if she absolutely had to, and mostly keeping to herself. Outside of classes, she could be seen sitting alone in the cafeteria or walking home by herself after school. No one else seemed to mind. Nobody bothered her. She liked it better this way. She could concentrate on thinking about new ways she could develop her combat techniques or get started on some of her assignments earlier than any of her peers. It helped her keep ahead, and it brought her one step closer to her goal of being a hero. It was for those exact reasons that she felt a twinge of surprise and mild annoyance when a familiar girl plopped down in front of her with a lunch tray in the cafeteria one Tuesday afternoon.
What do you want?
She asked in the form of a greeting, looking up from her food. The girl smiled, or as much as one could smile when your face looked like a tiger's.
I saw you were sitting here alone, so I thought I'd keep you company,
replied Tora Inoue. Chika rolled her eyes and returned to her soba.
I don't need your company. Go back to your friends or whoever you always spend time with during lunch.
Tora shook her head, her ears folding back slightly.
Are you sure? You look so lonely sitting here by yourself.
I always sit on my own. Today is no different.
I know. That's why I thought it was the time I'd come and talk to you.
Chika huffed, straightening up slightly to look at her again.
Why do you care? It's not like it's any of your business. Don't you normally hang out with your boyfriends or something?
My friends who are boys? Yeah, I do. But they've got something personal to talk about today, so I thought I'd lead them to it. I saw you sitting here alone and thought I'd come here instead.
Chika looked away, taking another bite of her food.
Whatever, just don't bother me. I'm not in the mood to make friends.
You've been alone since the very first day of school.
What about it? School isn't for messing around, it's for studying.
Doesn't it ever get lonely?
No, why should it?
It's just you've always been by yourself. No one knows anything about you. And I'm sure you have a lot of things you want to say.
There's nothing I want to say, so don't expect some kind of deep conversation.
Do you mind if I sit here at least? I won't bother you again after today if you don't want me to.
Something about the latter's tone sounded so sad, even Chika couldn't ignore it.
Why does she want to hang out with me so much? This is stupid.
Chika thought to herself. She sighed, returning her gaze entirely to her plate.
Fine. Do whatever you want. Just don't expect much from me.
Thank you,
Tora said gratefully, giving a genuine smile. She began unloading her food tray and started on her meal as well. For a few minutes, neither of the girls said anything to each other. Eventually, Tora broke the silence tentatively, having thought of a conversation topic.
I saw you at Takeo's concert a few months back.
Chika shrugged.
Yeah, what about it? The whole class was there.
I didn't think you were the type who was into concerts.
I'm not. But it was an official school event, so I felt obligated to go out of necessity.
You didn't have to. It wasn't going to go into our extra credits or anything. But I'm glad you did. You looked so happy.
I did not. It was Takeo's quirk. He was using it on the crowd. I couldn't care less about the concert.
Still, you had a smile on your face near the end. I saw it as I passed you along the row when I made my way backstage.
Chika shook her head.
Why are you even telling me this? It's pointless chit-chat.
Well, it's just... that was the first time I saw you smile. Even if it was under the influence of a mood quirk, that smile was so pretty. You should do it more often.
She suddenly turned her head away, unable to look directly at Chika. Was she embarrassed? It was hard to tell.
Pretty? No one's ever called my smile pretty before.
She suddenly realized she was thinking out loud and shook her head again to clear it.
Shut up.
Sorry. That was pretty dumb, huh? I meant it though.
No.
Chika replied.
It's not. It's just... forget it.
She pushed her empty plate of soba away from her and made to stand.
I've got some homework to do.
Homework? But we haven't gotten any yet. At least, not today.
Chika considered this for a moment, then sank back down on the bench.
Just my luck.
You like doing schoolwork.
Of course I do. It's what I'm here for. To study and to become a pro hero.
That's some dedication. I can't imagine doing work all day without some breaks in between.
I don't know why you'd want to have breaks in between. You could get so much done during that time.
Breaks are important to rest up and spend time with the people you care about.
Why would you want to rest up or spend time with other people? It's just distracting you from all the other things you could do to become the person you want to be.
Spending time with people is part of who I want to be. I want to be the kind of hero who helps others, who heals the hearts of those who are suffering. I can't do that if I don't talk to people often.
So, we're not much different then. You're also doing this because it's part of your version of working hard.
Yes and no. I do want to get to know people so I can become a better hero. But I also just like hanging out with my friends. It feels good to just be able to spend time with them and talk and do things that make me happy.
I don't get it. Doesn't working hard lead you to being happy? You get to become the person you want to be. Why waste time on other forms of happiness?
Because it feels good. Have you never hung out with your friends before?
Chika frowned slightly.
I've never had friends. Nobody really talks to me, and that's fine. I don't really need them anyway. They're distractions to my goal.
Never? That's terrible!
It really isn't.
But who do you talk to when things are tough? Who do you tell all your hopes and dreams and secrets to?
Nobody. Why do I need to tell anyone?
That's just sad.
Chika stared at her.
Why does it bother you so much anyway? This is my life.
Because
Tora seemed to struggle with her words for a little bit.
I don't think anyone should be alone. I'm not going to force you to talk if you don't want to, but I want you to know that I'd be willing to talk. I've seen you here alone at lunch every day for the past 6 months, and it felt wrong to just let you sit here by yourself. I thought I'd at least come and say hello and see how things went.
Chika could not understand it. Her being alone was not Tora's problem. It didn't affect her in any way. Yet she couldn't deny that it was a strange but not unwelcome feeling for someone to actually care for once. Not that she wanted to make friends, but seeing as her words always fell on deaf ears, it felt as if she was being heard for once. For the first time, someone actually seemed to care about what she had to say.
I didn't think you were looking. When I talk to other people in our class, they don't seem to hear me, let alone see me. They just turn away, even if I'm just trying to give them advice.
Well, I have noticed you. For a while now, actually. I know you're not really up to make friends, but I've seen the loneliness in your eyes every time someone turns away. I've always wondered what it is you had to say that nobody else wanted to hear.
It's usually just things like go back to your seat or pay attention in class.
Chika shrugged.
Nothing important.
Still, I'm sure you have other things you want to say as well. If not stories, then maybe some advice or wisdom or something. I'd like to know what you have to say. Would it be okay if I joined you for lunch from time to time?
Her question was so genuine, so sincere. Chika simply could not understand it. No one had ever been interested to hear what she had to say, and here Tora was, wanting to do just that. It was a strange feeling. Normally, Chika's first instinct would have been to tell her no, to push her away. She didn't need those distractions in her life. But Tora wasn't as bad as some of the others. Sure, she socialized a lot, but she wasn't normally loud or rowdy, unless Karaiko was around, which she wasn't. She was level-headed, casual, and didn't turn away like the others did whenever Chika snapped at them. Despite her better judgment, Chika found herself nodding with another sigh.
You're weird, but sure, whatever. It's not like I can stop you.
Are you sure? I don't want to intrude. I just thought I'd offer in case you wanna...
I said whatever. I still don't know why you'd want to sit here with me. I already told you I don't want to make friends, and you already have friends of your own. But you're not as annoying as some of the others, so I don't really care.
Tora gave a genuine smile this time, finishing up the last of her food.
Thank you. I'll be sure to come around more often. Just let me know if you ever want me to stop.
She rose from her seat and picked up her food tray.
Where are you going?
Chika asked, surprised to find that she was a little disappointed.
To return the food tray. I'll be right back.
Chika picked up her empty plate and made to stand as well.
I guess I should do the same.
Together, they proceeded to return their empty plates and cutlery back where they belonged, before heading back to their table. They stopped a few feet away from it, looking at each other uncertainly.
So, what do you want to do now?
I guess I should return to my friends. Unless you wanted me to stay until the end of lunch.
No, go back to your friends. I told you I didn't want to socialize.
Right.
Tora breathed, not entirely convinced. She still turned away, however, deciding to respect her space. Chika watched her go, a strange mix of confusing thoughts and emotions swirling around in her mind. At last, just as Tora was about to disappear into the crowd, she blurted out,
But you'll come back in a few days, right?
Tora turned to look at her, and Chika felt her cheeks going red. Why did she even ask that?
Of course I will. Especially if you want me to.
Chika didn't trust herself to speak. She didn't even know what to say. Why was this so difficult? It was just some dumb classmate interaction. She simply nodded and turned away instead.
I guess I'll see you around, or whatever.
She stated, picking up her bag from next to her seat. Tora smiled and nodded as well.
See you soon.
And with that, they went their separate ways. Tora returned to the table where her three friends were sitting. They looked up from their conversation upon her approach, looking almost expectant.
Well?
Hiroya prompted.
How'd it go?
Takeo inquired.
Did she agree to hang out with you?
Ryota asked anxiously.
You know what? I think she did.
Tora stated, trying not to look too pleased.
She said it in her own special way, but that's what I love about her. Thanks for pushing me to go meet her. I think I'll be seeing her more often during lunch from now on.
Hell yeah! Oh, you got it bad. Go get her, Tiger.
Shh! Not so loud! She might hear you.
We'll have to tell her someday.
So, when's your first date?
Hiroya teased.
Shut up.
Tora shot back, swatting at his arm.
You know it's not like that yet.
Yet.
Takeo echoed, with a wink.
Wow, Tora! You sound just like her.
Hiroya continued.
You guys were meant to be.
Ryota agreed. Tora growled at all of them and picked up her bag, which she had left on her original chair before going over to Chika.
You three are going to be the death of me.
She accused, swinging it over her shoulders as the school bell rang.
But I love you guys for it.
Turning around, she led the way back to their classroom for their afternoon lessons.